So, Brian, pearls of wisdom in terms of getting client or customer feedback. As we know, it is gold.
Absolutely.
If used in the right way.
Yeah.
And what we've seen in our almost 2 decades of work that we do, specifically in CX research, is that oftentimes businesses use the feedback as a stick and not as a carrot, because the feedback and the information that clients give your business is like complete gold. Your thoughts?
Well, I think to that point, if you are going to elicit feedback from your clients or customers, it's really important to frame the rationale with the organization so that everyone within the business understands the reason why you are getting feedback in the first place. And that kind of takes the sting out of it, but if I can put it that way. And then it's really to use that feedback to empower individuals, teams, employees across the organization rather than to criticize. And what I mean by empowering, if you empower employees, they are more likely to take ownership of the feedback that they receive. I think that it really assists with kind of fostering a culture of growth within the organization. No one can, stand still. No one can remain stagnant. But feedback is more than just a litmus test. It's the ability for us to really understand the hearts and minds of our clients, and then more importantly, to be able to engage with our clients once that feedback has been received and we've kind of, assimilated kind of key themes, action points, et cetera, that we can then engage with them to have a meaningful conversation around the current state of the relationship, where the potential gaps are, if there are any, and kind of what you as an organization would do in order to bridge those particular gaps. So Nat, obviously we've just embarked and almost completing our own external research where we get an independent party to interview our clients on our behalf. And over the last kind of 20 odd years, research and key client research is kind of a core fundamental offering at Enlighten CX. But often when clients receive feedback, so I'm just using our clients as an example, they will kind of take the transcript to the client and say, you said this, you said that, why did you give me a bad score? Which is obviously, you need to be really delicate in these kind of situations, and it's not really the right approach. So in your opinion, if you had to receive feedback that is of a constructive nature or that highlights potential gaps in the relationship or the service delivery or kind of the product or offering, what advice would you give to people in terms of how they would approach that both internally and externally with their clients?
So I think, first of all, no one likes to receive bad feedback, and there is no such thing as bad feedback, because if your client or customer has bothered to engage to give the feedback, you need to see it as a wonderful opportunity to learn and grow. And I think that's the message that is so important, is that if you don't get feedback, you should be worried, whether it's positive or negative. And in fact, as you said, we do our own research. We don't do our own research, but we do embark on a research project every year. And sometimes, on occasion, we will get some interesting feedback, and it does, it does hit hard, right? But if you look at it, if you let it rest for 24 hours and really look at the feedback constructively and go, well, what can I learn from this? It is pure gold. So my tip is really don't take it personally. Make sure that the feedback that you get from the client is also relayed in a way that the person who's potentially not shone in a great light is not made to feel bad, but it's a learning experience. And I think that's what's really important, is that what do we do with the information and how do we create change for the better?
And I think, it's really about taking the emotion out of it, and we have to approach our clients with a high level of emotional intelligence when engaging with them. So it's not a finger pointing exercise, but rather kind of a collaborative approach. Because the reason why clients give feedback is because they actually want you to do better. Yeah. I mean, rather than they kind of walk away.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
I would be nervous if my clients didn't want to give me feedback.